Ooh, good evening. I'm trying to take my hair down and flip it. Ooh, I got my seafood. Mm, I'm gonna watch some YouTube. Ooh,
Just I want to share with y'all. I haven't always been this way. There's so much more to the story. There's so much I can talk about, but I really just want you to know that if God can really change my life and He can make that drastic change in me, I know He can do it for you. I came from a very, very worldly, disobedient, rebellious, disrespectful life. Of course, a lot of people say you don't see it. You're not supposed to see it. I'm a new creature. Praise the Lord. But I want y'all to know, like, I used to be in the world. I used to travel state to state just to go to clubs, and it's just so
yeah, I
amazing.
don't have to tune in, but I'm gonna be tuned in. Eat my
Similar
seafood.
but so different.
Got
You know
some
what I
mud bugs.
You see the rapper on stage, and then you see the preacher in the pulpit, and then you see the congregation in the church, but then you see all the
Mm,
people in the club, then you see people listening to worldly music and secular music in the club, and you got praise and worship in the church. So when I see God do that in my life, and
yeah.
I was in it
What
really deep. So I'm just honored to have the privilege that God even
what
chose
y'all doing on this Saturday?
to Him. My testimony was, so up, we get drunk, so up, we smoke weed, we're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what? We go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living
Hey,
young and wild and free. That was me.
I'm sitting here
That was me.
romanticizing myself eating seafood,
Look at what the Lord has done.
watching YouTube.
And I'm filled with the Holy Ghost with the evidence of speaking in tongues. I just want you to know that it's God doing everything. I love.
What y'all watching besides me?
It's a lot right here. And also the if you are looking for valuable test taking tips designed to help you evaluate each question and give you an edge on exam day, try out our study guide. On the go,
Oh, that's too loud.
and it counts.
I'm eating steamed snow crabs, mud bugs, and shrimps. And I have a corn somewhere and potato. I love seafood. If I'm going out to the restaurant, that's what I pick. Advance rest in peace.
You're in need of some tough love and accountability,
Look,
then you're in the right class.
all is well.
So come on in, grab a coffee, grab a seat, and let's get started with today's lesson. Now, before we get started with the lesson, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you have your notification bell turned on so you can become a classmate. All
But
right,
I'm
now
gonna
you
sit
can
here
get
and
ready
eat
to
my seafood.
right now, all we got is somebody cooking the yams, and another person said that they work at the bakery, so they gonna handle the baked goods. Now we do have some people bringing in cups and silverware, so we do need a couple
Well,
more
find
people.
you a seafood spot and get you some. I'm not
Y'all
sharing.
can send y'all money to the pot. Y'all can do that as well. We already got one person that's done so, and I promise y'all, I will
Got my
not be
seasoning
using y'all
dip.
money to fund my
I
church
don't eat too
again.
much salt. I can't have too much salt.
Rotel dip.
I'm a mild
We
girl.
wanted to bring in the tortilla chip. Now, for those of y'all that think that y'all gonna be cleaning y'all meats and veggies in darn dish soap before y'all come, I'ma just put y'all as
Go
right
get you something to eat.
and if all else fails and we don't get the food list in by the end of the week, I'ma just pick up a rotisserie chicken from Kroger, and 4,000 of us gonna be sharing on that. Cause y'all know
My
next week is
shrimps.
Teacher Appreciation Week. So appreciate. All right, y'all. So let's move along, get to the video. Now, this young lady, Ashley, the
Uh-huh.
video popped up on my timeline, and she was a pretty big influencer in the beauty and hair industry. She ended up stepping away from YouTube and her other social media platforms
Just
to
continue watching so I can get some money from your view.
is new to me, so y'all gonna have to fill me in on her. But she is back to YouTube
Thank you.
and her other social media platforms, and this is why. If you're new here, I'm Ashley. Welcome to the A List. And if you're not new, A-listers, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's been like 4 years since I stepped away from the influencer industry. First of all, can we get into the hair, the makeup? This woman is gorgeous. Pivoted out of it to launch my corporate career, but I'm back.
Mm.
Tell you everything. There's a lot. Make sure we're all on the same page. We gotta start from the tippy top. I'll make this quick. I'm best known for my blog series as told by Ashley and documented my college journey.
Whatever.
I also posted makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, makeup reviews, and hair reviews. To check ready with me, ready with me videos and routine videos. I graduated from TWU with a degree in business administration with a concentration in marketing. And
Thank you.
once I met that savings goal, I moved to Dallas and I've been here ever since. Brief recap this out of the way. Let's address the
What you doing today, egghead? What you doing?
long-term partnership. Getting a long-term partnership meant that you had to post deliverables.
With
So
your miserable self. So miserable.
like set day every month.
Dumb
So
egghead.
4-figure a month partnership. Interestingly enough, another company reached out to me, and it was at the end of 2019. They offered me 5 figures a month to be.
You gotta go. You gotta translate that. I called you an egghead.
Here, they always gave me the option to walk away from our contract or renew it. So obviously, I took the 5 figure a month deal and amicably walked away from my Eunice Hair contract. Now, going from 4 figures a
I
month
did watch this.
that's
It was
pretty.
boring.
If she negotiated with Eunice Hair before she took the deal with the other company, because it sounds like she had a really good relationship with Eunice. I just feel like it would have been better to negotiate with them to get to that 5 figure. But I mean, maybe she did, and ultimately they just didn't want to fulfill that. But the only thing about the other deal that the company offered me, the 5 figure a month deal, was that it was set to start in March of 2020. So we all know what was happening at that time. I lost that contract simply because there was so much uncertainty. The
I gotta build
global
a
pandemic,
positive,
we didn't know what was going on.
a
And
positive community on here because I don't know y'all.
damn, that right there got us stuck.
And you damn
Because
sure don't know me.
took a big hit. I mean, I was selling my products and wigs at the time, and things were going well until they weren't. I got that WhatsApp from my vendor. Oh, we're gonna have to change out the lace. Man, that damn lace
Hey,
was so bad. The knot was so big you couldn't even bleach them. Oh, it was bad.
hello. Hi, hi, Jordan Turner. Yes, seafood is good food. You know, I was dating a guy, and he told me I eat too expensive
So they were saying like, let's see if being a brand ambassador
seafood.
is the business need of ours.
He
And
couldn't afford seafood.
yeah, but for years I was basing my
Oh well,
career building on month brand
that's all
ambassador
right.
deal, and
Yeah, for real, he was a burger and French fry girl. That's what he needs, a burger and French fry.
access, for example, or anything that I got from other brand deals, as long as they didn't compete, I got
So
it.
he called it quits
Instead.
because I guess I'm too expensive for him.
Obviously, I
We not on the same level.
figured the month partnership. I didn't really panic at first because brand deals, I think they came
I
to
should have
us
got
pretty
these. Yeah, he lame. Lame.
sensitive, and everybody was, protesting and
He was
saying,
broke,
open your personal donate. So I lived off my savings. I had plenty of money in my
to be honest.
just in case I needed to charge for anything. But I lived off my savings for the majority of 2020. Okay, so what I'm getting here is
I should have got my shrimps peeled and deveined. Make it
it
easier.
sounds like you got really with the money that was coming in from the brand deal. And she said for years she was relying on the money from the brand deals. And she had, the savings after the pandemic hit that she could rely on. But what I don't understand is why not just continue YouTube
Yeah,
videos? If
you
you're
can have
able to
some.
your
It's
savings,
enough to
you
share.
still have YouTube. You still got a platform that's bringing in money. All you got to do is make the videos and post them. Why not utilize that platform? Hell, and I remember so many channels blowing up during COVID because they were making videos. I mean, everybody was at home. So it was the perfect time to capital. That way, you're not running through your savings and you got a little income coming in. It's probably not as big as your brand deals, but it's something. Unfortunately, I was signed to an agency by my talent manager. And by the time we started working together and our brand deals started really picking up steam, I completely like depleted my savings at that point. And then I
What y'all having for dinner?
credit card. And then I was living like
Here in Mobile,
brand deal
Alabama, we tear
and
up mud
invoice.
bugs. We can eat some mud bugs.
$25,000 worth of
This
credit card
shrimp.
debt. I completely maxed out my credit card. And since I was living invoice to invoice, I would put money in my savings account, try to pay the minimum balance on my credit card.
Mac and cheese,
Get
cornbread, and
to
chicken. Where the collard
put it down
greens?
for a brand deal payment or an invoice.
Mm,
And it was
that sounds good.
to, I would
You
pay
made
my
it?
savings
How old are
and
you?
transfer the money to my checking account so I could pay that bill. Or I would charge my credit card and then I would have to just do the cycle over and over and over and over. Oh, see, this sounds
Oh,
like rock Peter. No, it's
man,
good
collard greens were
to have
16. Okay.
only been
Nice to meet you.
temporary. You should have had a plan to pay your credit card back, but it should have been very short term. I mean, but you see this a lot with influencers. They get these big
I'm
brand
looking for the
deals and
shrimps.
commercial, and then every video is a paid ad or a product being pushed to you. I mean, you still see this to this day. I see a lot
Oh,
of big influencers doing the same thing, and then what they don't realize is they're losing that connection with the audience. The audience is no longer tuning in because they're like, okay,
I
you're
shouldn't have
only
mixed all
posting
this
this
together.
video because you're getting paid to sell me
Well, I
this
hope you're
product.
enjoying your
And
dinner.
ability, her honesty on this situation because you don't hear a lot of people talking about it,
Woman,
but it's a pretty
I
big
did
deal
put that
because then
piece in my mouth. Mm,
I do a video, but then you won't hear from them for a couple of weeks, and then what do you know? Another brand.
that's good.
Something I've learned that influencers will do this because they want to attract the bigger brands. It's all to get more attention from the bigger companies and to make more
Hey,
money.
what?
But what they don't realize is you can have a good balance of both. Do your regular, they don't realize is being pushed, they get these big brand deals. And she should have had a plan to pay her credit card back, but it should have been very short term. I mean, but you see this a lot with influencers. They get these big brand deals, and
I'm
then
gonna stay
all of
on
a
here
sudden,
for 15 more minutes.
is a paid ad or a product being pushed to you. I mean, you still see this to this day. I see a lot of big influencers doing the same thing. And then what they don't realize is they're losing that connection with the audience. The audience is no longer tuning in because they're like, okay, you're only posting this video because you're getting paid to sell me this product. And
Oh,
I can
excuse
respect
me.
Ashley's vulnerability, her honesty on this situation because you don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but it's a pretty big deal because then you'll have it where
Mm,
the creator will
I
post
got
a brand new
hiccups.
video. We'll hear from them for a couple of weeks. And then what do you know? Another brand. Something I've learned is that influencers will do
What
this
y'all know about
because they want to
cucumbers?
attract brands. It's all to get more attention from the bigger companies and to make more money. But what they don't realize is you can have a good balance of both. Do your regular, your off, to get these big things. She should have had a plan to pay her
I keep
credit card
missing the
back.
part that I want to hear.
I mean, but you see this a lot with influencers. They get these big brand deals, and then all of a sudden the content becomes very commercial, and then every video is a paid ad or a product being pushed to you. I mean, you still see this to this day. I see a lot of big influencers doing the same thing, and
This the
then
part
what they
everybody
don't
waiting
realize
for. I
They're
guess.
losing that connection with the audience. The audience is no longer tuning in because they're like, okay, you're only posting this video because you're getting paid to sell me this product. And I can respect Ashley's vulnerability, her honesty on this situation because you don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but it's a pretty big deal. Because then you'll have it where the creator will post the
It's
brand
hard to
deal
open
video,
this one up.
but hear from them for a
There you
couple of
go.
weeks. And then what do you know? Another brand. Something I've learned is that influencers will do this because they want to attract the bigger brands. It's all to get more attention from the bigger companies and to make more money. But what they don't realize is you can have a good balance of both. Do your regular, your authentic content where you're building a connection with your audience, your people are sticking around, they're enjoying the content, but also be selective with the brands that you work with because those brands should still fit your image. I know Elizabeth does a really good job of this. I've heard her mention in one of her videos that she doesn't like to just take any brand deals because it needs to flow into her content. And it just makes more sense to do that. You don't want to be a beauty channel out here promoting casinos and gambling. What's the saying? All money ain't good money. So be selective with the
You know?
brands that you work with. That way
So
you're not
silly.
losing.
Your daddy. Your daddy and your mama.
One of these friends can order whatever she wants from the menu. The other has food allergies.
Pig.
You do your best to avoid food allergens, but accidents can still happen.
No, but your mama is a turkey.
Going to significantly reduce allergic reactions from accidental food exposures. Taken once or twice a month, it focuses on the source of food allergy reactions.
Let me see. Let me see how.
So that is effective in reducing.
Let's see how we could do this.
Don't use if you're allergic to Xolair. Xolair may
Ooh.
cause a severe, life-threatening allergic reaction called anaphylaxis. Tell your doctor if you've ever had anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have trouble breathing or if you have swelling of your throat or tongue. Xolair should not be used for the emergency treatment of allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Xolair is for maintenance use to reduce allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis, while avoiding food allergies.
How can we do
Various
this?
side effects: cancer, fever, muscle aches and rash, parasitic infection, or heart and circulation problems have been reported.
Y'all be so bold to talk to people crazy, but got issues yourselves.
Not Xolair.
And you're not losing your money.
And I always had enough for my bills. I always paid my bills
Let me
first.
entertain you like that.
Having big
But
everything
thank you for the view.
brand deals slowing down for me. And sometimes brand deals have like a slower season. So I was focusing on Instagram and
Probably
TikTok.
somewhere conning somebody out of their money.
It's end of 2021, I'm talking about. Well, 7,000 followers on Instagram for like 3 years, I think. And I worked with Atia and the content breakdown to like apply a strategy using Instagram Reels to boost my follower growth. And in 3 months or less than 3 months, I surpassed 100 Instagram. It was like the most exciting thing I think I experienced when it comes to like social outside of growing on YouTube. But when I was out celebrating with my friends, my phone vibrated. I checked my phone and it was a notification from my bank. So I opened up my banking app, turned the brightness down all the way down, and lo and behold, my checking account was overdrawn $600 and I didn't have enough money in my savings account to cover it because I was waiting on an invoice to be paid out. And then jumping ahead just a little bit into 2022, when I pulled everything together.
Well, I'm gonna start editing my video and posting it soon.
And it cost
I got
me
one more thing to film.
$6,000.
I came on live to see if I can build me a better community.
It's giving you the real and the
You
raw.
guys are
And I
cool.
really appreciate
Some of
that.
you are jerks.
So like her being this open with her audience, I think that she's going to build a stronger connection with her people. And this time around, it's going
Well,
to
I
be
ain't
much
starting it.
bigger than last. Now, as far as the taxes conversation, I feel like there should be more influencers or more creators on this app talking about this. As for me, I'm currently in the process of becoming a full-time content creator. If you didn't already notice, And when you look up information on taxes, there's not a whole lot of people talking about it. They'll say, "Oh, talk to your tax representative." I'm not a tax professional, so I don't know. So I really wish that there was more information on this app about this. Now, after her reaching over 100,000 followers on Instagram, I don't know. This is my opinion. Y'all let me know if y'all experience the same thing. But Instagram is such a weird app to me. Like you would literally
Yes.
look at the same number for years, kind of like what she's saying, and then all of a sudden you'll get this big jump, and then
I'm
it'll
about.
freeze again. You could be posting
I don't like
consistently,
that. So,
days, and you still won't grow. Hell, you may even lose followers during that process. I remember when they had those bonuses and they were being very selective about the people they sent the bonuses to. I feel like they were choosing the bigger channels to send bonuses to because they needed those people to keep other people on the app. So when people started complaining about the money, let's pay some people because these are the creators that other folks want to see anyway, and we need them to keep our app rolling. But that's just what I think. I don't know if it's true, but that's a part of the reason I don't take Instagram serious anymore. I just use it for fun. I maxed out my credit card and I owed the credit card company $25,000. I owed the IRS thirty-six thousand
I know I
dollars,
watched this. I
and
watched this vlog.
paid my savings. I was not saving for retirement because how could I? And I also got health insurance from the marketplace and it sucked. And that's when it hit me. I felt like I content created my way into a situation that I could not content create my way out of. And I feel like there weren't as many yappers on YouTube and TikTok, and vulnerability was kind of frowned upon. I didn't want to talk about it, so I just did something about it. So the beginning of 2022 was when I went like radio silent on social and I hired a career strategist. I optimized my resume. I applied for corporate marketing roles that I felt like I was aligned with, reached out to my network for some referrals. And then when I landed interviews, I interview prepped for hours at a time. And in less than 6 months, I landed my senior community management role in finance aligned to the marketing team. And I know I don't talk about my job much. Actually, I don't think I talked about my job at all. Okay, well, I was brought on the team to launch a women focused investing community on social, leading into end strategy. And corporate has completely changed my life. It's given me financial stability. I feel like I've been able to plan financially for the first time. And I couldn't do that as an influencer because it was feast or famine. You only eat what you kill, and everything was so uncertain and kind of
Ooh.
unstable and unpredictable. Now, when people say this, it makes me wonder like what their goal was for social media to begin with. Because at one point you were doing it for nothing. And then you got to the point where it was making you a lot of money. And then the brand deals came in. I mean, you've been able to create a whole new lifestyle off of doing this content. So when she says she content created herself into this situation that she couldn't content create herself out of, I just gotta disagree. Because like I said before, your content was still making you money. You just had to put the work in to get it. So was your reason for starting content to make the money, or was it because you were doing something that you enjoyed? But my corporate salary has allowed me to pay off all of my debt. So I have a $0 balance on the credit card I maxed out, and I only had one credit card at that time. And I'm in good standing with the IRS. So I
Get
paid
off in a
off
few minutes.
to completely rebuild my savings account and meet my savings goal. I bought my first luxury car. I lived in a high rise in downtown, and then the return to office mandate increased. So
Yeah, I like
I went back to a
straps.
3 bedroom rental home,
They in here somewhere.
car garage. I just wanted to see what
I ate majority of them. You missed it.
well, I didn't like it, but I'm glad I did it. And as a full time influencer, I wasn't saving for retirement. And having been in the financial industry for the last few years, you may ask yourself, like,
Mhm.
but nevertheless, I wasn't saving for it. Alright.
You know,
Are you scared? You should be. You got fire. Will keep coming for us. Unlock this gate. Grogu. Big Theaters May 22nd. Get tickets now.
they gave me some little ones too.
And now corporate has changed that. Okay, so she hitting on some really good stuff. Now, y'all, I only have a few clips from the video. I didn't get the whole video, but y'all get a
I got it over
chance.
here.
If you
You
enjoy
want some?
the content, go over there and check out the
Mhm.
full video because it's really good. She gets into some real deep stuff. But now I'm wondering, okay, when it comes to like the retirement, how you set up your business, because this is pretty much a business. And I don't think a lot of people realize that in the beginning, like when you're doing
Gotta
content
learn
creation
how to
and you're
ignore the
making
trolls.
money, you in control of this business. And if you ain't the type of person that's good at running a business, keeping
Want
things
some?
in order, getting your papers together, then it may not work out for you. You're going to need people guiding you along the way. You're going to need people teaching you about your finances, your taxes, setting up your retirement plan, all those things. So you make sure you got all your ducks in a row. Because even though you got all this untaxed money coming in, you're still going to need to be putting stuff aside for when
The daddy.
IRS come into
Good boy.
Oh my gosh, and I have amazing health insurance. So much has changed. And I've like been to restaurants by myself, exploring a new city or, different cities. And people have sparked up a conversation with me because I was sitting at the bar and I let them know that I'm not from there. And they asked me what I'm doing in town. And I've been able to say, oh, I'm here on business. And I built something really meaningful that's bigger than me. And I'm contributing to like a broader purpose. And it feels really good.
Now, something I noticed with her is she just lit up when she started talking about corporate America. You could tell she really enjoys it. You could
Got
tell it's a
5 more minutes.
seemed like she was able to benefit a lot more by picking up a job in corporate America because it's teaching her all the skills that she needed to know before she started to do the content creation. So sometimes it is okay to just get that
Wait, the
job.
same
And
place where you
jobs
from?
are going to give you a little bit more structure.
Same
You know,
country.
bring in every month. You don't really have to compete like you do on these platforms. So you develop another level of security.
But the most important thing to me is that corporate has helped me deal with really big emotions that I struggled with as a full time influencer. And honestly, admit, when I saw like PR, brand deals, brand trips, even like follower count and view count, it would make me really, really jealous. The influencer industry is just a bit big. Like, there's nobody who is like me. So I have nobody to actually measure myself up to. Everyone is different. And if you try to measure me up to this person or that person, they don't live here, or they have children, or they're married, or they're engaged, or they're a homeowner, or they anything. So since everything is so
Same
unique,
place where you from.
I love that she's just being straight up and real because I feel like there are so many more people that experience this that don't talk about it. I don't know if it makes them feel like weak or, it makes them feel like, oh, I'm not on top of my game because I'm jealous to somebody
Yep,
else. It's still a normal emotion. I mean, even little
I'm
kids
from the UK,
feel like it's what you do when you experience that emotion. That's what's more important. Because some people will take jealousy
North Side.
and they'll be like, oh, I just want to down talk this person so I feel better about myself. But then you have other people that take jealousy and they're like, okay, this is fueling me to do better. But when it comes to something like influencing, I can see why people can become jealous of other influencers in these environments because you're working a job where your environment is built on visibility. There's a lot of comparison that comes with being an influencer. And then it's like you're constantly seeking validation
I
from
am
other
having a
people. So
wonderful day. How about you? It is beautiful out.
you see one
Oh,
person doing good and you feeling like, okay, this is a hit to me. And now you taking it personal. But this will happen if you're not mindful of it. Because what they say, comparison is a thief of joy. So be careful trying to compare yourself to others. Because some people just portray a perfect life online. But that ain't the real case.
once I pivoted into corporate,
yeah, I
I was
give him a shout out. You give me $500.
so I knew exactly what everyone did, what their job title was. I was
I'm about to
able
get off here. But
and have
yes,
discussions with people about what
it's
it
a
is
beautiful
to do,
day.
what I would come to them for, what I could help them
Oop.
with. And that really helped me because I felt like it was so black and white that it was so easy for me to understand. So I've literally never, not one time, felt even an ounce of jealousy with my corporate job, whereas I was constantly comparing
The
myself
same thing you would do with it.
as a full-time influencer. My validation came from views and virality, and that's what I was chasing. But in corporate, you get a salary, so you know
Yup,
exactly
eat
how
it.
much you're
Buy my
making.
groceries for my house.
What everyone else is making because
LOL.
you're making money. And your performance reviews just provide feedback. It's not a personal attack on you. And they're talking about things that you can implement so that you can report and yearly goals. It's taken me
Since groceries so high.
to get used to the fact that performance reviews are not a personal attack, that I don't have to
Okay.
work and operate on
So you'll get your nails redone.
Social media, content creation, all of that just took a toll on her, and maybe
That's
she was
nice.
in her head a little too much.
Well, I'm about to get off of here.
It's a good idea, but this ain't like
Oh,
the
go get you
pretend
something to
job
eat.
shit. There's drama at work. There's people that are gonna be
It's my
jealous of
dinner
you
time.
at the job. Somebody can be mad that you making more money than them. In my opinion, it's better to just learn. Go from dreaming to doing this spring with help from the Home Depot.
when it comes to
Um, you may have somebody in your family that's gay. So be careful.
hair is beautiful. These Dove shampoo and conditioners are custom formulated for different
Your child may be gay.
your hair.
How to deal with these types of
Be careful
situations.
how you
Have you
treat people. All right, guys.
me because they
Enjoy your Saturday. I'm done for tonight.
because of HR, obviously.